Today I'd like to introduce my wife Gladdys to everybody, and it's been, obviously you've heard a lot from me because Gladdys calls me a chatterbox, so I'd like to just ask Gladdys what her feelings are these last 2 months of having been locked away in the house. How long have you actually been in the house without going out, Gladdys?
I think for 2 months. It's been 2 months.
2 months.
I think so.
And I think last week was the first time we actually, because the lockdown's softened off a little bit, hasn't it? So where did we go last week?
We went out in Manor Park.
And
So Luke can have a free play and get some fresh air.
so we've got a 4-year-old son, and Gladdys has been homeschooling ever since. So can you tell us a little bit about how it's been, how the kind of changes Luke has been through as a 4-year-old, and how you've coped with that?
Well, before the lockdown, I prepared lots of worksheets, activities from different educational websites, and then those articles or those worksheets, I'm able to use them now because of this pandemic we are right now. And also the change of Luke is that he can now read some CVC words, consonant or consonant, vowel, consonant words like cat, dog, and also he can sight read some words. Just like this morning, he was reading with his dad, and he was able to he was able to sight read the word hungry. So, and Luke was repeating the words of his dad. So it's been like I've been listening to them, and it's like in my heart I'm so happy that he is showing interest in reading.
Yeah, that's really good. But, I mean, we've really seen a development of reading, and I know children do go through stages, don't they? So they'll progress, and then they'll stay static for a while, then improve. So I think that's some of it, because to be fair, the school at St. Rose, the nursery school, has been absolutely fantastic. Have you got anything to say about Miss Arnold and Mrs. Ducadas?
The teacher, or Miss Arnold, the teacher, and Mrs. Ducadas, the assistant teacher, they post every week or every day. They would post the challenges or the lesson for the day, and I'm so obsessed in checking every morning, even in the middle of the night, so that in the morning when I wake up, I know what lessons I'll give Luke. So basically every day, the lessons I'm teaching Luke is from Miss Arnold, because they have this blog. So I used to log in on that blog site to check and then post on the activities we've done with Luke. Like that.
Well, have you got some advice for parents that perhaps are struggling? Because it's a bit unfair advantage, because Gladdys is actually a primary school teacher back in the Philippines, and so this is really her element. And before lockdown, it was amazing to see how the Lord prepared Gladdys without her even realizing it, with downloading lots and lots and lots of materials. We kept running. I bought 3 reams of paper online, and then I turned around about a week later and I said, Gladdys said to me, you said, can we have some more paper? I said, we've got 2 reams there. She said, no, we don't. We've used it all up.
I used them all up.
Which is fantastic. But I know some parents will be struggling a lot. Have you got any little bit of word of advice for parents that are concerned about the development of their children?
Well, they have to I think the basic to learn is reading. They would learn how to read, and of course their numbers. So in that particular areas, you would test, you get the level of your child, where he is, if he knows ABC, so that you will know where you will start, even in numbers, so you will know where to focus on.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure.
also, okay.
If if you are struggling, the teachers have been absolutely fantastic at our school, St Rose Primary, and I'm sure if you do contact teachers, if you've got concerns, they're going to be more than happy, because they're as concerned about our kids as we are. But also the psychological side of it. How do you feel like? I know I was a bit concerned the first few weeks. My main concern during lockdown has actually been for our son. But how do you perceive Luke as a 4-year-old coping with lockdown, especially in the first few weeks?
In the first few weeks, he was like, he really likes to go back in school because he misses his teachers and his friends, his classmates. He keeps on, then he will wake up in the morning telling stories about his past experiences with his friends and classmates. But then as times goes by, he's coping well, especially with, we got routines for him, and every routine he would achieve, we will give him stars or points, and there's a certain reward, which is screen time. He will have screen time, or he can watch on TV, on my phone, or on my tablet. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really is, Gladys, a good point, because I think a routine is really important, even if you're unable to stick to it. And we've been terrible at sticking to our routine, but we did write a routine right from the very beginning and posted it on the wall. And there's, at least then you've got a guideline, so you know when you're completely off the scale with it. And also, if you check to see what they would be doing in school, if you can get on the school website, whichever school this is, and try to track what the teachers are doing, and don't be too concerned, because our kids are incredibly resilient. And I think faith comes into this as well. And how would you say that how's your faith life been during lockdowns? Obviously no one's been to church, or even for that matter synagogue or temple or wherever over this period of time. So how's that affected you personally?
So personally, we can't go, because of this lockdown, we cannot go out every Sunday for church. And we just right now, we are having our Mass online with Father Gary.
And last week was really funny, because Luke, he decided he was going to get his dressing gown, and he was going to be Father Gary, and he was making us sit down and stand up when Father Gary was doing things. It was really wonderful to see that. We put a cross out on Saturday night, and put his toys away, so that Luke, when he comes downstairs, will know that it's Sunday and it's special. I think it's a time when the term domestic church has been really important to us. Would you say it's been a bonding time for the three of us?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Because it's the three of us together, we have the Mass in the living room.
Yeah. I know it's really hard for people who are on their own and have not been able to get out, and especially hard for people who won't even be able to see this video because they don't have internet access. So we have been trying to stay in touch with just one or two people that are in that situation, either with visits now or a phone call, like garden gate visits. And those who have been obviously working really hard, the national health workers, I think, and the bus drivers and train drivers are not getting much of a shout out, but they've been absolutely fantastic and self-sacrificing. So is there anything else you want to say about the domestic situation, what it's like to have a 4-year-old running around the house? Are you looking forward to the lockdown finishing? Do you see how we're going to come out of that, and what good will come out of that?
I observed that during this lockdown, I've become more busier than before because I've got 2 boys, including you, to take care. That's it.
That's fantastic. Yeah, well, from Chatterbox John and from my beautiful wife Gladys. We just want to thank you for watching, and I hope this video has been of some help to you. Thank you and God bless you. Bye bye.